doing? Wait, I see that on Facebook. Something went wrong. Give me 1 second because we don't have the camera on there. And it's a gray screen. Let me just redo this, everyone. Bear with me. In the meantime, problems here. Can you all hear me all right? No, the internet is really bad. Please, in the chat, everyone, can you tell me if you hear me and if you can see me and if there's no delay? And then on Facebook, I will restart the video again. Because something is going wrong here too. Let me see. I see a heart. Does that mean that you can hear me? Can you hear me and see me okay? Live video on Facebook. Please, for those that are here, maybe this means that you can't hear me. I'm just gonna write in the chat. Can you hear and see? Yes, all good. Okay, well, in that case, we're gonna start. Let me just, yes, it's okay on Insta. Okay, perfect. I'm really happy to hear that. As you see, I'm live from a different location. I'm back in Morocco again. For now, it's okay. And I will be here for the next weeks or so while I'm sharing with you what you can do to set yourself up for entrepreneurial success. We've started speaking about this in the last 2 weeks already. Just double checking. Yes, Facebook is working too. So we have started speaking about this in the last weeks. I've been live to... Okay, on Facebook it's not possible. Well, we're just going to stick to Instagram for now. And I will upload a video later to Facebook as well. I don't know what's going on, what's happening. But that's what it is. That's what we have. Es lo que hay, as they say in Spanish. So last week I was speaking to you about how, in the last 2 weeks actually, how to shift from being a yoga teacher to becoming a yoga business owner. And last week specifically, we spoke about, or I gave you an answer to the question, how do you know if you're ready to start your own business? My answer to that question was really simple, but I had a whole training about this. And I spoke about your inner calling. This inner calling is what many people experience as a gut feeling. It may be linked to a purpose, a desire, a really strong urge or need to do something. And it might be that you don't even have a logical explanation to this. You just know that this is your next step or this is what you need to do. When listening to your inner calling, first of all, if you're unsure what I'm speaking about, or if you are interested in learning more about this, watch the replay of last week's training where I spoke about this in lots of detail. It's called How to Begin Your Entrepreneurial Yoga Career or Yoga Journey. But when listening to this, you may feel blocked, and there might be social conditioning, there might be fears, limiting beliefs, things that you have taught yourself or expect from yourself. Lots of things that can block you from actually listening or feeling what it is that you want to do. Who recognizes this? Who understands what I mean by that? I'm sure that some of you will. Maybe not right now. Maybe you've already learned to listen to this, but maybe you have you experienced this in the past. What are those emojis, Mario? What does that mean? So We were speaking about this last week, right? We were speaking about how to listen to this. And I've given you tools, I've given you practices to train yourself to feel and to listen to this so that you can act upon this inner calling. Yeah? Watch it back because I think it will be really useful for you. But in the chat, I see that Belen is joining us here as well. Belen was here last week. And you may remember that some of you wrote things in the chat. And they were mostly about, I don't feel ready. I think that others are better than me. Why would anyone want to come to my classes? I need to do things first. Yeah, it's a very common obstacle as well. Maybe you think that working another job is stabler, is safer. Yeah, it's comfortable. It's your comfort zone. So there are fears or challenges that might be going on in your head and that stop you, number one, from actually feeling and listening. And that stop you, number two, from taking action. Do you recognize this? I will give you examples. But write in the chat, is this something that you recognize for yourself as well? So these types of statements, which I consider fears and limiting beliefs, make it really hard to listen. They make it really hard to feel or to receive messages, as we call them in the world of yoga. And when experiencing self-doubt, or you question your experience is enough, or you think you need more education to pursue your dreams, it can cloud, as if a big cloud is going in front of that inner calling, and it blocks you from following your ultimate purpose, or even understanding what this purpose is. And I see a pattern. I see a pattern when I listen to these things, because the cause of you not following your purpose or your inner calling, or simply of you not starting your own business or building your career, is usually blocked by either three of the following lacks. Yeah, a lack is something that we don't have or not a lot of. We lack clarity, for example. We are unclear on something. But in this case, it's a lack of self-doubt, a lack of experience, and a lack of education. It's either of those three things, and sometimes a combination. So when looking at, for example, self-doubt, I think others are better than me, or I will never be as good as them. I will never be as successful as them. And often that phrase is followed by, so why would anyone come to my class? Or why would anyone sign up to my course? Or why would anyone enroll or go to my retreat? Right? It's often those first statements, I'm not good enough, followed by, so it won't be successful or it won't work. So if you doubt your skills and your experience, it's often, you might know, or you might think, oh shit, really? It's often because you haven't found your voice. And I speak about finding your voice all the time. And you haven't found your voice because you haven't invested in gaining experience. Yeah? Instead of comparing yourself to others and their success, the way they teach, how well they teach, or how good their offers are, shift your perspective and see other people as inspiration instead. I speak about this a lot, but I need to remind you of this. So learn from others and make what you like that others do, make it your own. Or just admire other people for being completely themselves and take inspiration from them to find your own authentic expression. Because by that, you gain experience. And that experience helps you to find your voice. And when you have experience and you found your voice, I dare to say that lack of confidence is something that is not true for you anymore, because you can let your personality shine through. Yeah? Do you all hear the mosque? I'm sorry about this. If you can hear and if you're distracted, the people are praying right now. I want to get my certificate, but I don't know where to start. Hilda, have a look at the Your Yoga in English podcast. I'm just going to send you a link. Your Yoga in English podcast on Spotify or any other platform. Have a look there, and there is a podcast episode that is called How to Choose Your Yoga Teacher Training. Yeah, how to choose your yoga teacher training. It will be there for you. I was wondering where you are. Now I know. I am back in Morocco, Barbara. And I will be here for a while. So if you're around, send me a message and we can meet up. I'm just going to join the live training here. Here you go, Hilda. There's a link for you there. There are 2 episodes. One is called How to Choose Your Next Yoga Teacher Training. And one is called How to Choose Your Next Course, or something along those lines. So look for it. I feel ready. I lack technical tools to build my program step by step. That's why I will join your program. Yay! I'm really excited about this. Join the program and gain confidence and experience. I love it, and I think it shows your way of working. You give your live sessions wherever you are. Exactly. We continue. It doesn't matter where we are, right? And that's the beauty of it, because work doesn't have to stop while we're traveling. And this is possible for you too. So let me take it a step back, because we're a little bit off track here. I want to speak about all these other things, and most importantly, how you can unite your own unique qualities to build your business. So we spoke about the 3 legs, right? First was confidence. The second is experience. So when you lack experience, you may think, first, I need to gain more experience teaching. Or first, I need to raise my child or my children. Or first, I need to save a lot more money so that I can safely invest in my business. And as you can see, we come up with a lot of excuses or fears or statements that will tell us, well, actually, it will rectify, or it will give you a reason why you're not ready, right? These are logical thoughts, and they come from rational thinking. When your thinking is rational, you can't listen to your inner calling. Yeah, you have long surpassed your inner calling, and you focus on all that you do not have right now. By questioning, your experience is enough. So, if you haven't completed yoga teacher training yet, like Hilda says here, then yes, I do suggest that you get certified first. That's a very first step, and I would say that is a really great starting point, because we gain the education to actually teach. However, there is a tendency among yoga teachers that complete one training, and there is one person here that may feel that I'm speaking to them, that complete one training and another one and another one and another one, and they keep being in a cycle of continuous education and training without actually starting to teach. And in that case, you don't really lack education, but it's again self-doubt that plays up here. So your confidence is not going to grow with the number of certifications. Yeah? Let's say this is your level of confidence, and it's down or it's up. Your level of confidence, and maybe right now it's here. And you think that if I get more training, my confidence is also going to grow. Maybe a little bit, because you know more. But there's one thing that I keep repeating here in the live sessions, but also in our courses. Knowledge is a really, really, really great starting point, and we need it. But your knowledge is only worth something when you know how to use it. And when we know how to use it, or how we do that, is gaining experience, teaching, practicing, refining your skills, receiving feedback to update it or to improve it, and from there take steps forward that build your confidence. So to feel yourself teaching yoga, to be effective at it, to own your own expression, feel capable of hosting your own well-rounded practices, and by that create your own services, all of that comes from practice. So ask yourself, do I truly lack the education to teach what I want to do or to create what I want to create? Or did I just not have the opportunities yet to put knowledge into practice? Yeah? Did I just not have the opportunities yet to put my knowledge into practice? Like I said, knowledge is one thing, but being able to use it is another. So it may be that you do not lack education for teaching yoga or creating what you want to create, the teachings itself. It may be that you lack business education, but that's a whole different thing, right? That's a whole different thing. So be honest with yourself. Completing training after training is not going to give you the confidence, but experience will. If you don't use it, you lose it. You said it once and I loved it. Yes, that sounds like something I would say, and I still agree with that today. Thank you for reminding me, Juana. That's really nice. So, for building confidence as well, I have countless of episodes on the Your Yoga in English podcast. Yeah, for gaining confidence in your vocabulary building, in your language, in your communication, in your sequencing, in your cueing, in your teaching skills. We have episodes about all of this. And obviously, the Teach Yoga in English journey and all the separate modules also help you with this. So if you want to check that out, be my guest. Feel free to do so. You can find all the links in the bio. Now, the third leg is the actual education, because it does happen that we do not have this education. Yes, some people haven't finished yoga teacher training yet, or you haven't got business education, because those two things, teacher education and business education, are separate things, right? So if you haven't got a teacher training yet, if you truly lack this education, there's only one solution. Enroll in a course in the yoga teacher training that provides you with the adequate training that you need to become certified. Do go for a training that gives you practice to teach. Because what we often see right now is that you gain a lot of knowledge, but do not receive the opportunities to practice. So I recommend to choose a training that you get the opportunity to practice teaching as well. And I've already shared the podcast episode, so go and listen to that, because I've got various steps for you or recommendations. There's a fly in front of me that will help you choose the adequate training for you. But after that, remember that knowledge alone is not enough. And I really hope for you to not get caught in this never-ending cycle of training after training. Experience is the ultimate confidence booster. Now, I can't look into your calendars, and I don't know your to-do lists. I don't know your responsibilities. I know that we all have very busy lives. It may be very easy for me to say, just get out there and gain experience to build confidence. But what I do know, and this is from my experience, my personal experience, but also the experience that I have working with people that are doing this type of work. So the people that go to the coaching or to the courses that I host. What I do know is that your brain is wired to learn. And if you set your mind to something, and if you keep reminding yourself of your purpose, and if you will find the motivation and the drive to overcome self-doubt, to learn, to do the work, and by that overcome self-doubt. And with that comes entrepreneurial success as well. Yeah, just as we can learn to teach yoga, cue, sequence, make your classes accessible, offer props, maybe teach a particular style of yoga, you also learn to build your products, social visibility, your marketing, your videos, or writing captions for your Instagram posts, all the strategies, all the methods. None of these are talents, right? These are not things that we were born with and knew how to do from the moment that we stepped in this earth, right? You can learn anything. Yeah, you can learn anything. Hi, Angela. I need to travel to teach. The problem is when you don't have clients. If you do not have clients, Barbara, what can you do? Because we have spoken about this. We have spoken about, and I know that you can get clients or build experience in other ways, right? I will not get into that right now because then I'm completely off track. But go back through your learnings, the notes of all the sessions that we've had together. What are the ways to build experience or to gain experience? So, how then, really the topic of this training, how then do you unite your authentic qualities for entrepreneurial success? How do you do this? So, working on building confidence, gaining experience, and obtaining education will positively impact each other. Yeah, it's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. Through education, you gain experience. Through experience, you build confidence. When you build confidence, you want to probably maybe invest in more education or different types of education to enhance your skills. By that, again, more experience. So it's a domino effect, right? And they're all intertwined. And it's the key to uniting your authentic qualities for entrepreneurial success. How? Because as a yoga teacher, you're always learning. And hopefully, I guess this is true for everyone, you also gain lots of self-awareness, which in return allows you to see your unique qualities. You are more than just a yoga teacher. You are so much more than just a yoga teacher. You have a life full of experiences and possibly other work experiences, right? Possibly other types of education, skills that you have developed. You most likely have work experience in a completely different field. Yes, some people here work at the office, some have worked maybe in shops or doing admin work or at a retailer. I don't know. You have experience doing other types of things. You have hobbies, you have passions, you have interests, you've got other skills. And all of that you can combine with your passion for yoga, other things that you would like to share. Because every single person can benefit from yogic practices. And every type of practice or expertise or every type of field can also benefit from yogic practices. What do I mean with that? So this means that you can unite your unique qualities to create very specific services that have a specific outcome, and a specific outcome can be a solution to a desire, a solution to a problem, or a solution to a wish that someone has. And by that, you gain lots of different benefits. First, I'm going to give you examples. So, well, the first example is Enga Unite, right? Take, for example, Enga Unite. Enga Unite, I have really created based on uniting my unique qualities. I'm really speaking about this from experience, right? I listen to my inner calling. My inner calling tells me you need to create something for yourself. You want freedom, you want fulfillment, you want to make an impact, and you want to have a flexible schedule and not work on one location, but you want this to be really rewarding, fulfilling, and meaningful. Now, what are the things that are rewarding, meaningful, and fulfilling to me? Those are all linked to my skills: teaching English, teaching yoga, empowering you, helping you build your career, right? So all of those three things combined. So I defined my skills, my passions, my interest. I started creating English courses for yoga. Then it became English courses for yoga teachers. And now it's continuing education on all fronts for yoga teachers. On the mat and off the mat, building your own business. So you see as well that maybe you start with one thing, but you grow in your role. And the more experience you gain, or the more different things you do, and the more different people you meet, you continue to grow as well. And by that, you will build your career, right? We do not have to plan out every single step for the next 10 years, right? We really don't have to. I think that you have an idea, and that's where it starts. Start with that and just let the path unfold by itself. It's really great to have plans, to have goals, or to have ambition, to know what you're working towards. But I do not necessarily believe in 5 or 10-year plans. Stay flexible along that. Yeah. Other examples, and actually there are people here that will be your inspiration listening to this, because Juana is here. Juana is combining yoga with poetry. How are these not unique qualities to her, right? Yoga and poetry. Barbara combines yoga coaching, lifestyle coaching for business entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, right? Or at least you were working on this. So that's one thing, that you're showing that you're combining or uniting your unique qualities. Mario is here as well, and she combines yoga, massage, and Ayurveda, and she wants to host her own retreats. Combination, uniting, right? We've got Vanessa in our community. I don't think she's here right now, but she combines yoga with belly dancing, yoga and dance. This is so authentic, and I just get really excited about how unique each of your, in business they call it niches, are. We've got Julia. She combines yoga with her previous work experience working as a tailor, yoga for tailors. We've got Ana Clara that does yoga for rock climbers. We've got Tabea that does yoga for athletes and boxers. Daniela from Mexico, she combines yoga and nutrition with Mexican ingredients. So I really believe, and I see that you already know how you can combine it, but maybe you don't feel entirely sure, or you think, or you lack clarity on how to actually create a business or a business model around this, right? I am still just finished Master of Meditation teacher training. Well done. Now really it's time for you to get into the business side of things. Yeah, so you do see already that you have unique skills, passions, interests, qualities. Let's call this whole package that makes you you. I teach yoga for ice skaters. Amazing. Oh, this really just, it warms my heart to see this, because yoga is universal. And we see by what you share and by what I've seen other people do in the community, that how we unite these things that are unique to you can help you build your services, your products, and ultimately a business, your career. So yoga, we need to remember, yoga offers so many different benefits on so many different levels. It's a practice that supports every single person in any type of field. It's a practice that matches every type of lifestyle, and you can combine it or unite it and offer it to literally everyone. Right? There's no one that needs to be excluded from this, because we're all familiar with this famous phrase, yoga is for everyone. So the practice can be adopted and adapted to anything that you can think of, all your diverse interests. So you do not need to reinvent the wheel and think of something that doesn't exist yet, because even though you are teaching something or you want to create something that already exists, you still have your own unique personality and other qualities and your own way of delivering this type of product. Imagine that you want to also create English courses for teaching yoga. You are not me. And you're not teaching the way that I do. You're not speaking the way I do. And you will have particular focuses that maybe I don't focus on. You still have your own unique way of delivering your type of content. So you do not have to reinvent the wheel, but just really look at your qualities and what the things that make you, and how you can bring all of that whole complete package to the table. I know that you have skills that you've probably never considered, and you probably never thought of combining that with yoga or using it in your job. But use your imagination and use your creativity, because the options are limitless. You don't need to invent a whole new style of yoga, but you can really combine it to create your services. Now, I want you to know about the benefits. Actually, because it's already 40 past. And maybe we can save this for next week. No, maybe I will speak about it more next week, but I do want you to understand why this is important. So, just as I want you to find your authentic voice and to express yourself truly, to build your own career and your business, I want you to stay true to your passions, your interests, and your personality, because they're all part of your authenticity. So what better way than be of service, uniting everything that you know and everything that you can, and by that also sharing everything that you love, right? So apart from authenticity, there are much more benefits that uniting your qualities offer. Number one is it's passion-driven work. And when your work is passion-driven, you're more motivated and the work feels less laborious. It feels less laborious. What does that mean? It feels like you're not actually working, right? For me, for example, right now, I practiced yoga this morning. I had a really nice breakfast. I had a class. I was just working here in the hotel. Now I'm going here live with you. This afternoon I'm meeting with some other yoga people and we're going to have a little bit of a brainstorm. It doesn't feel like work, right? So it feels less laborious and it's passion-driven work. Now, specific offerings have a clear outcome, and a clear outcome attracts more students because it's much easier to sell something that is specific then another yoga class or another class schedule. And I will explain more about what this actually means about this particular thing next week. Yes, that's what we're going to do. See how we're going with the flow as well, not planning everything out months in advance. What I'm going to do, I'm going to list the benefits for you now, and I will speak more about this in much more depth next week. So number 1, passion-driven work feels less laborious, more motivating. Number 2, specific outcomes are easier to sell and attract more students. When there are more students that are really interested in what you do and how to build the offerings for next week, please, we're going to speak about that, but that requires a whole training in itself. We're going to speak about that. So when students are attracted to something that you offer, they also are more committed. And when people are more committed, you have more success stories and it's more fulfilling. So on one side, you feel more fulfilled and satisfied with the work that you do, and the success stories help you to attract new students, right? So fulfillment, you've got measurable progress and student retention. Student retention means that you can create more services to take your students on the next step in that journey, and maybe even craft a customer journey for them. That's another training too. And the last thing, the last benefit is that you can stand out in a really competitive field. And I'm not saying competitive because there's a lot of people competing with each other. No. But it's true that there are many different services that people can choose from. How to stand out by making something that is really unique to you and really specifically helps people overcome a certain thing or provides a solution to a wish, a desire, or a problem. Yeah? So, these benefits I will speak about in much more depth next week. And we will also speak about creating offerings. I will also speak about business models for in-person and for online. I will also speak about... I've got a whole list of topics that I want to speak about because I'm really, truly passionate about this. But just to summarize these benefits, here again, it's a domino effect, right? We spoke about the domino effect of creating or building confidence through experience and education. Those 3 things are intertwined. Hi, Ajara! But it's the same with these puzzle pieces. Let's use a different metaphor. They're all puzzle pieces, these benefits. Because if you are doing something that you absolutely love and are passionate about, you will attract more committed students, and those committed students give you success stories, make you feel more fulfilled. And when you are fulfilled and you've got success stories, you can grow. So all of those things, they also fit in together. It's a domino effect, a big puzzle, whatever you want to call it. But one thing needs to happen, or it doesn't happen without the other. They are all steps on this entrepreneurial journey. So, do you have any questions about this? Write this in the chat as well. I really hope that this has inspired you to unite your passions and to really look at all the qualities that make you you. Your life experiences, your skills, your interests, your hobbies, all the things that you have lived and that you love, right? How can you combine that to create a service that is unique to you and helps your students with a very particular outcome? Yeah, have a look at that. So really 2 steps: work on self-doubt, your education and your experience. And step number 2, define your qualities and look at how you can unite them to create your own products and services. Now, if you want to know more about this and you want to dive deeper and you want to receive my support, during the live sessions, I will speak about this, but we also have a course coming up that is going to dive much more in depth, and I'm going to offer you the very practical solutions to all of this. So we really dive deep into your why, the reason why you want to do this, and explore business models that suit you. So that whatever you want to create, moving abroad or teach while you travel or work online to build more flexibility, look at the type of business model that suits you. Yeah? Product creation, right? That's product creation. We're also going to build a really solid foundation by defining your ideal client and conducting your market research. So what does that mean and how do you do that? Yeah, reach your visibility and select the right social channels to find out what you need to post and how you're going to post and how to speak to these people and actually gain these clients that Barbara was speaking about. Yeah, how do you gain these clients? And also understand project management, because we need some strategies, we need some methods, we need some structure to actually take things step by step and achieve the results that we want, right? All of that will be in the program. And of course, I'm going to be there by your side, hold your hand if you want me to, and give you really in-depth training and support along the way to nurture your career choices. So you can sign up to the waitlist. The link is in my bio, and it's called the Launch and Expand Your International Yoga Career. I'm still finalizing the details, but I've set the goal for myself to do this week. So next week, I will tell you all about it, dates, and what each training session will be about. But do sign up to the waitlist. So you already receive an email from me, or you will receive, not right now, but you will receive an email with me about all the information that you truly need, so you can sign up as well. And honestly, everyone here, I believe that your dreams are worth it, honestly. And I'm here to support you. I've walked this journey. I'm still walking the journey, and I absolutely love it. I couldn't have done anything else. I can't imagine having done anything else. And I really, really want for you to really live your purpose and show up with authenticity, create something that you absolutely love, that you can't stop talking about, that you really just want to be immersed in the whole day. and just feel fulfilled. Go to bed, feel fulfilled about what you're doing. I already signed up to the waitlist. Well done! Exciting. Really exciting. So, embrace your inner calling, seek inspiration, unite your passions and your skills, create a yoga offer that is unique to you, because this is your journey to success. And I'm here to help you with that. So, sign up to the waitlist. If you have questions, write me a message. If you have requests for other training sessions, you can also send me a message or send me an email at annie@engaunite.com. And I hope to see you next week, because we've just decided we're going to dive deeper into the benefits of uniting your passions for your career. Yeah, I will give it a different title, but we're going to dive deeper into that first of all. All right, sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for joining today. And I will see all of you next week, Wednesday, same time as usual. And for those that were trying to get in on Facebook, I will upload the video right away when I finish this. Right? Sending you lots of love, everyone.